What's going on, guys? Welcome to Dead Walking Sunday spoiler review of The Walking Dead. And we're talking Forget. And this is, like I said, spoilers. I'm assuming you saw the episode. These are just my thoughts. And to help me out is my dog in the background, Balto. Right, Balto? Right. Excuse me. Let's get basically what you need to know about this episode. There was a party. Rick's group is invited. Rick and Michonne are doing their duties as, the force, police officers. Excuse me. Diane, I believe it was Diane, the head honcho, the woman who's running the show, Alexandria. She basically wants to get a government going in the future. She has Maggie under her wing. We also have Daryl bonding with Aaron on a hunting trip. Carol, Daryl, and Rick having a plan to steal some of the guns out of the armory and pretty much hide them, so just in case, like for backup. And then we also have basically a lot of interactions with Rick and Jesse, the new girl, and then pretty much that's about it. Oh, and then Carol scaring the shit out of a kid. That happened. That did happen. Oh, and then we have Sasha as well, dealing with the fact that she's lost a lot of people. She's not getting used to Alexandria, and she is pretty much always thinking of zombies, and she just can't get her shit together. But she wants to help out, and she wants to be a lookout for Alexandria when they don't really even have a lookout. They just have a gun that's on the tower just to scare people. Fucking people, right? Excuse me. So, you know what? Just Rick and Michonne, there's a lot of elements coming from the comics in this episode and of this arc. I mean, I do like Diane. I do like how they changed it up. We get introduced to her husband. I forgot what the fuck his name. What was his name? I forgot his name. We get introduced to her husband. She has a family of her own, right? But she's just leading this Alexandria, and it seems like this whole Alexandria thing reminds me, I believe it was Land of the Dead, which George R. Romero, where, society they have this like wall, so, making sure the zombies don't get in. John League was almost in there. And basically it's all about, high society with the lower class or outside the wall. This high society thinks that nothing can go wrong. They have power. They have food. They have a fucking shopping mall in there. They probably have a Mickey D's in there. This arc, this whole Alexandria of The Walking Dead reminds me of that. It seems like, especially with the dinner party that was going on in this episode, it seems like they think that nothing will happen. And Diane says it as well. Like, nothing's, we're safe. There's nothing that's going to happen. And Rick is warning her. There are people out there who want this. They will take it from you. You don't understand that shit. Because you got to worry about the people more than you got to worry about the walkers. And what I did, I do like that aspect. Rick and Diane are going to have some conflicts probably going further in the series, in the episodes. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like that. It seems like a Land of the Dead type feel to it. I did like how I got to give it shout outs to Danny the Walking Dead, his channel. I will put the link below in my description box. Me and him were talking about, he said that Sasha was pretty much becoming the Andrea of the comics, if you read the comics. And I really I agree that somewhat, but I really felt like Michonne was. Because Michonne was having those, she was really going toe-to-toe with Rick. Michonne's character in the TV show is a little bit different in the comics. She's more aggressive. She's really, she's more of the right-hand man of Rick. And I don't know, it just seems like the elements were leaning towards Michonne. Not just because the romantic elements, but the more outspoken elements, the one that's telling them to go this way, to one that keeps Rick's shit in check. But in this episode, we see Sasha we're seeing elements of Andrea's story from the comic book to Sasha. We see basically, her being they rely her on, she's a badass shot, and she hates pictures. She don't get her near pictures. She's a great shot, and they want her on the watchtower, so she's like a sniper, and Andrea in the comics is like a sniper. Of course, Andrea is gone, so And then we see her getting introduced with Spencer, and we know Spencer and Andrea had like just a good part, like a relationship in the comic books, and it looks like Sasha and Spencer might have a great relationship in a TV show. Who knows? I don't know. It's a TV show. It does go stray a little bit different, but we did also see Michonne putting up her sword, and that was in the comics as well. Giving up the sword, not wanting to use it. And I love that moment with her and Abraham. And Abraham's like, you know what? Even if you don't have your sword on your back, I got your back. And I love that scene when him and Rosetta, whatever, enters the house, and he's like, this ain't my thing. And Rosetta's like, they got beer. I'll try. And he starts drinking a beer. I would too, Abraham. I would too. And then, so they're definitely following this kind of the same path of the comics. And then you also have, pretty much Rick and his relationship with Jesse and that whole thing. But before that, I love Carol. She knows what needs to be done, and especially scaring little kids shitless. So basically, Rick, and Daryl have that plan, right? So basically, once the party goes and that one Olivia chick comes in, the one in charge with the armory, that Carol will sneak in from the window that she unlocked previously because she's saying, "Oh, I'm just a woman. I don't know that hand. I can't operate that gun, but I can operate that gun. I can make chocolate." Well, anyway, she pretty much goes through the window, starts stealing some guns, and the kid follows her, which I'm a little odd. That's a little odd, in my opinion. How did she not hear that little kid? Come on, Carol. But Carol pretty much scares that little, who's Diane's son, the little kid shitless, and says, "I'll bake you a bunch of cookies, but if you say anything, I'm gonna fucking tie you up to a tree, and I'm gonna let the zombie get you." So yeah, so I did Carol being Carol, and pretty much she had to do exactly what she had to do, and that scared the piss out of that kid. So that's great. Good job, Carol. Damn, you're great. You just evolved. You just evolved, Carol. Especially from the comics. Great. Carol, you're awesome. You're awesome, Carol. Speaking of cookies, Jessie B's flaunting her cookies. Yeah, I was setting that up. I had to set that up. But yeah, so Rick and Jessie, she's flaunting. She has a husband. She has what, like 2-3 kids. So her and Rick, they're gonna get it on. Rick, he's feeling that, and you saw Jessie bite. Once she bites the lip and goes, "It's on. It's on." So. Yeah, that aspect. You have Jessie, speaking some words of wisdom to Rick, and Rick, being Rick, and like, "You're right, Carl. And there was really no Carl. It was really just Carl, entering the party and hanging out with some friends. No Carl. No, not a lot of Carl in here, and no Father Gabriel. What's our surprise? We'll see him later on though. And then we see, Daryl and Aaron, like I said, on a little hunting trip. But I mean, Daryl wasn't expecting to see him because he thought Aaron was following him while he was going hunting. But they're both doing the same thing, so they decide to go and see Buttons, the horse. Our Buttons just comes out of nowhere, and Aaron's like, "That's Buttons. I've been always wanted to catch him. Bye, Buttons. You're dead. Bye." Buttons dies, and you want to know what Buttons is? Is a fucking horse. It's a horse, and he dies. And there you go. That was it. And then they bond over that. And then Daryl has dinner at Aaron's and spaghetti. And all's good in the world. All's good in the world. But you know what? I know they try to give you some of that sentimental, the music playing, like, oh man, life is not like how it used to be, But I really wasn't attached to that scene at all, with the horse dying. I was more attached to the scene when Michonne was putting up the sword, because we know what the meaning of that sword is. As the horse, not really. I didn't really give a rat's ass. I think that's the second time a horse died in this, series. There might have been more, because I don't know if that horse got away. Remember the one Chupacabra episode? But, I feel bad for the horse. Tornado got it. He definitely got it. But they try to give you those scenes to make you very sentimental, and they're like, "Oh, animal, let's make people cry," but it doesn't work. It didn't work tonight. The party was kind of boring tonight, honestly. The episode just felt a little lackluster. I mean, of course, there's a lot, some things going on with, the guns having protection just in case this all falls apart. Relationships being built, like Daryl becoming one of the trying to recruiters, so to speak. Aaron trusts him. He trusts his judgment. So that's cool. You know, that those relationships building. And also, you know, Rick doing a little Shane at the end of the episode with Jesse. He's like, oh, that's my girl. Come on, Rick. Don't go Shane's route. Come on, you're better than that. And then, you know, Michonne struggling also with a little bit of, well, she's not struggling, but she's letting go. She's definitely letting go of pretty much, she's trying to move forward. And then Sasha, we got to talk about Sasha real quick, because Sasha, I mean, I think we're going to get, I would talk to her about her more, because I think we're going to get a lot more in the future episodes. But you got to feel for her, especially when she, you know, all these, she's thinking about Tyrese. She lost Tyrese. She lost Bob. I think this character is really great, though. I really think she's come a long way. I really like how they're giving her something to do and giving her a little more juicier role, because I think Sasha is a great character. I think it'd be nice to see. Wouldn't it be nice to see her, you know, take a little bit of Andrea's role and being that sniper, that sharpshooter, that one that you can rely on. Right now, though, mentally she's not there. She's not, you know, she's trying to cooperate. She went to the party, but you could tell this whole episode was pretty much saying Sasha mentally is not ready yet to cope. So hopefully that breaks, and we'll see how it breaks in the upcoming episodes. But Sasha so far is a great character. I think I really like how they have, you know, she has Bob's shirt. That's going to be a great memento, or a great, you know, signature look going throughout the series. I think it really means a lot. See, those are the sentimental type things that you're attached to, not like, you know, Buttons, who just got ripped apart, even though it was a horse. That's pretty sad, but I don't really give a shit. Overall, though, it was an okay episode. It was a little bit boring. I thought the party was going to be cranking. I thought we were going to have, you know, Pitbull playing a week ago. I forgot the lyrics, yo. You know, I thought it was going to be crazy. You know, I thought it was going to be great. Well, I didn't think it was going to be, you know, super amazing episode, seeing the previews, but it was an okay episode. It was fine. It was fine. A lot of, you know, really, like I said, relationships being built, a lot of things being kind of set up, a lot of foreshadowing probably. I know what's going to happen, especially with the zombie with the W on the forehead. I was trying to think back to the comics, and there's only one person I could just go to really, like, you know, say that maybe that's him, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to go there, and I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't read the comics, because it's so juicy. But I don't remember somebody writing a W on any of the zombies. So we saw Maggie and Glenn and Noah. That was fine. That was okay moment. I don't really like Noah, so whatever. But Maggie's pretty hot. Maggie's pretty hot. She is. But that's it. That's pretty much it. We didn't see a lot of the other people, like Eugene, you know, Father Gabriel. We didn't see Tara. Why didn't they go to the party? Who knows? But yeah, but it was an okay episode. It was fine. It was kind of boring, gonna be honest, but it's kind of, you know, there was moments, there was good things here and there, and you gotta love Carol and her, you know, always she's sticking to the thing. And, you know, Daryl broke a little bit at the end of this episode, but Carol is not going to ever break. She's not going to break, and that's great for her character. And it's great for Sasha as well to really, you know, she's struggling, but she is a reliable person, and I'm glad for her too. So thank you guys for listening. Like I said, look at my description box. Go check out Danny the Walking Dead. He's a great channel. A lot of Walking Dead questions. You know, good conversations that I have with him about the Walking Dead. So go check that out, and please subscribe to my channel, like my channel, and I'll have more videos for you until next weekend, man. Till another Dead Walking Sunday. Till another episode of The Walking Dead. 3 more episodes.